Hi guys, this is Alexis from Reflections of a Bookaholic, and I'm here with another Plan With Me. This is my spread from last week using a kit from Miss and Meow, and this week is a very special week. I'm planning for the week of June 7th through June 13th, and June 13th is actually my husband and I's wedding anniversary. It's been 11 years. So I'm using this kit from Bloom Paper Studio. I especially like that full box that says Love is in the Air. I'm using this kit because it's very pretty and whimsical. It's girly without being too over the top. Just kind of, I feel like a good fit for our relationship. Nothing too lovey-dovey. It's been 11 years after all. But definitely something memorable and beautiful for me to play with. I do start off with the bottom washi and start off by putting down the frame of the kit. This bottom washi isn't cut. They're long strips for both sides. But for some reason it was kind of long, and I'm not quite sure why that is, but I did have to cut it down on both sides because it went past the last column. After I get done with the bottom washi, I do move to the date covers, the date dots. I do put down the sidebar and put down all the full boxes. I'm still doing that at this point in time. I keep saying I'm going to move away from it, but I'm still slightly behind, and because I'm planning behind and I know what the whole week looks like, I've just been sticking with that system. So like I said, this week is my husband and I's 11-year wedding anniversary, and it was a very special week because we went on our first date night since before the pandemic. We were very strict during everything because I was pregnant, and my husband just took everything very seriously. And then we had a newborn, so we didn't go out, and things were still opening up and things like that. So we were very blessed to have Momo Elsie, my husband's grandmother, come out and hang out with us for a couple weeks and just kind of help us because I had trials coming up and things like that. And we were very lucky that she ended up coming on our anniversary weekend, so she was able to watch the kids, and we were finally able to get a date night, which I really appreciate. I mean, we almost didn't know what to do with ourselves. Excuse me. Getting back to the spread, overall, I think it's a beautiful spread. It was a beautiful kit, but I did struggle to use this kit this week, and I think you'll see that in a little bit. One of the problems that I had was that every part of the kit, all of the full boxes had foil and deco. So not just foil, which I like, but little bows in different directions. And sometimes the bow wasn't in the direction that I really needed it to be, or it just clashed with something else that I wanted to be there. And so for me, there were just so many pieces, including the layering pieces, that I just struggled to work with because everything, there was just always something kind of in the way. And also for some reason, this sticker paper was so easy to write on and beautiful, but for some reason it just didn't like my planner. So it was very hard for me to pull up the stickers with this kit, and it kept tearing my planner. And I mean, I could have used undo, but I'm really lazy. I don't yeah, I could have done something to make it better, but it was really weird because I think it's premium matte paper, but for some reason, just the bottom part of the paper was a little different, but the top was just fine. Like, to write on, it was still buttery smooth, just super weird. But other than that, I think everything came out well. I do feel like in my next Playing With Me, I just kind of want to get a back to basics. I think I'm going to use foil, but some of the deco I'm probably not going to do. I just kind of want to go a back to basics, a little simpler, maybe a little plainer, and just kind of see how it turns out. So going to the sidebar, I just kind of put down those two candles from Sadie Stickers to make an 11. And I know they're probably meant to be birthday candles, but I kind of wanted the 11 part of the 11 years to really stick out. So I decided to use that. And then I moved to Monday. So getting, straight to the plans. On Monday, I put down a little flag, and I put down I think that's a quarter box. It could be a third box. I'm not sure. I put down a header sticker and put down a checklist so that I could jot a few things down. Right away, I struggled a little bit because the florals and just kind of the deco and the full boxes and the boxes were very similar, and so trying not to put things right next to each other, I don't know why, I just had a block with this spread. So I decided to go back up and start filling it in to see if it could make it a little easier for me. So I just noted that I nursed the baby and I had a contested hearing. That gavel sticker is from Crafts by Towie. It's up above. Then I went down and jotted a few things that I did. I needed to review some offense reports. Offense reports and jail phone calls are some of my favorite things to do for work, because I always find them so hilarious, because it feels like people just don't think anyone's ever going to read them, and it could be a whole show of like people say the darndest things because it is so ridiculous. Guys, I know you probably don't need to know this, but I'm just going to say it anyway. Jail phone calls are recorded. At the beginning of the call, when it says that the phone call is recorded, they're serious. They're recorded. Offense reports, when you try to use somebody else's information and you try to tell a story, they're writing it down. They're going to write a report, and you need to remember what you said because you can't change it later. It's going to follow you for years and years and years. So just FYI, it's things that I feel like it's common sense, but apparently it's not. So moving to Tuesday, I did use this mommy and baby sticker from Paper Shower just to note that I nursed the baby. Like I do normally all day, but I just want to noted it there. And then I put down this beautiful scallop circle, and some heart garland from the Giving Girl. And I used a file sticker from Crafts by Towie, and a little bit of deco. I kind of ripped it when I tried to put this other floral deco down, and by this point, because it was so ripped, I didn't even do what I wanted to do. I just kind of threw in the towel a little bit. But I just wanted to note that it was just work time. I did a lot of work that day and I didn't have any room to jot everything down. I usually like to do it checklist style, but this kit, the checklist only came in threes, and I just had a lot of work that I did and it wouldn't cover it. I did note that I went to the Apple store when my husband and oh, okay, so on Monday, because I'm looking at it now, I just put down that gift sticker from Sadie Stickers, and then I noted that we exchanged his and her gifts. And the reason why I said his and her gifts is because my husband and I got each other the same gift for our anniversary. So my husband was like, I just want to give you my gift now, and I was like, fine, as long as I give you yours now. And he's like, fine. So then he gives me a new Apple Watch, and I was just like, well, of course, because of course we've been together for 11 years because we think the same. And so I used the same bag that he gave me because, I mean, at this point, it was going to be too much work to wrap it, and just stuck my gift in his bag and gave it back to him. And we gave each other the exact same gift. So on Tuesday, when I went to the Apple store, I was simply going to buy a new band, which that was pure excitement talking, because honestly, I should have gone on Amazon. Those bands are way too expensive at the Apple store, but I was excited. It's new. And my previous Apple Watch was, I think, version 2, because I tend to keep electronics and things until they just don't work anymore. They're not supported. I'm not one to just buy new stuff because they're new. It's just, I don't know, like I can't wrap my head around that. So, I mean, obviously I need my money for stickers. So, I had a version 2, so I was very excited to get the newer version, the 6 or whatever it is. And so, yeah. So on Wednesday, I just used the arrow from the kit with the bow, and then the bow header, and then the bow checklist. So we're seeing a lot of bows here, and then a bow quarter box to note that I nursed the baby. And this is just really where I struggled, because when I use the laptop sticker from the kit, it also had a bow, and so it was foiled. It was nice, but it was it was hard to work with for me. And I also noted with that paper shower sticker, the mom and kid sticker, that Jacob really like freaked out that night because he was going to bed before his dad, and he thought he was going to miss out on everything, and it was hilarious. And my husband was goading him and saying we were going to party. We weren't going to party. We're old. And my son had to go to bed, and my husband tends to go to bed when the baby goes to bed, and Jacob stays up with me until it's his bedtime. But I don't remember what my husband was doing, but Jacob freaked out. He just could not believe he had to go to bed before my husband, which is all so backwards. Now, if this was school night or school schedule, he goes to bed before him every night, but it's the summertime, and yeah, it was just really funny because I did a video of him being the Hulk and pretending to throw things. Yeah, it was definitely a whole thing. So on Thursday, I did some trial prep, and I used a sticker from the Pretty Pink Co. And then I took the kids to the Thinkery, which is the Children's Museum in Austin. And then I just noted with that Bubba Bear Studio sticker, which I don't think is in her shop anymore. Definitely, these girls were my absolute favorite. I just noted that we forgot the diaper bag, which is a complete rookie mistake. And of course, because we forgot it, the baby peed through his clothes. And when he peed through the clothes, he of course peed on me. So, we are at the Children's Museum without a diaper bag, so we needed to run to Target and get new clothes for him and me. And then Jacob and I headed back into the Thinkery, and my husband stayed in the car with the baby because the baby, it was nap time for him. And so he stayed in the car and hung out with the baby, and we went back in. It was also Jacob's first baseball practice, and after that, we went to my brother's house to hang out. Moving to Friday, I used another gavel sticker just to note that I had a docket call for my upcoming jury trial. And those are always fun. Jury trials are really intense right now because in my county, they're still virtual. And so it's a whole dramatic thing. The constable has to take the iPads to each juror's house, and it's such a thing. And so we have a lot of coordination when we get ready to have jury trials. I'm not a criminal attorney. I am a civil attorney, and so in my state, people can still request juries for family issues, and so we don't have them as frequently as maybe other people, but we still have them every once in a while. I did notice some more work, a pre-trial conference, and then I took a nap because I needed one. Then I put down that full box, and that bow sticker is from Simply Me Kish. And I just noted that I had a bunch of hearings and a visit that evening. I cut down some floral deco and just noted that I loved on Jacob that evening. Just kind of cuddled and had some time. He's been such a trooper having his new brother, and he's just been the best big brother, and sometimes he just needs some extra loving. On Saturday, I forgot to start recording on the camera, so all of those stickers are already down. Just noted that I slept in, and it says upstairs, which is kind of random, but we did a lot of tidying up, and I cleaned up the upstairs, Jacob's room, and I needed to meal plan. I used some garlands from the Giving Girl to kind of create a romantic-ish spot in my planner. Just to note, we picked up Mamo, had some family time, and then we went to Uchiko for date night. Uchiko is my favorite place. Before the panorama, we would go to Uchiko for every celebration that involved me because it's the only place I like to go to. In fact, my friends, when they want to do happy hour, they're like, where do you want to go? And everyone always, I don't have to say anything. They'll just say, well, we know Alexis wants to go to Uchiko. I prefer Uchiko over Uchi. And that's also a huge thing in this area because, yeah, they're similar menus, a lot of the same things, but in my opinion, Uchiko is better. And if you've been to Austin and you know what I'm talking about, I would love to hear your opinion on this. Just noted that I went to church. We went to church on Sunday. We went to Reach and I left my phone at home, so we had to come pick it up. And from there, I got some bad news about a family member. We went to brunch at the Grove, and then I was feeling kind of like, I don't know, just kind of needing some comfort food. So I roasted some veggies to make a soup, and I walked outside to finish my steps. We stayed up super late. I think we had to stay up till like 2 in the morning so that we can watch In the Heights when it was released, and that's what we did. So that's it for this week. I think I did a lot of talking about my life and not a lot of talking about stickers. So if you want to know where stickers are from, just comment below and I'll let you know. I hope you liked it. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.